Animations doing another unboxing slash review. This time on something that I've probably been waiting close to a year, maybe. I don't know. I think I commissioned these figures, I think around August or September, but it's been a long time since I had these figures go into production or whatever. Um, but today we are going to be reviewing and unboxing two custom action figures, not made by me. Um, these are customs I reached out to someone on Instagram to make for me, a customizer slash toy collector um, named Mogan One Customs. He also has a YouTube channel, so I will see if I can link his channel in the description of this video. Because yeah, you guys should really check him out, and I'm really grateful for him making these for me. Of course, I had to. It wasn't free. I did have to pay him to make these for me, but um, nevertheless, I still appreciate it. These are two anime characters who will probably never get a figure. If these characters ever get a figure, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do if I was to find out that these characters would get collectible action figures. But the characters I'm very fond of. Um, oh wow, nice, securely packaged. But yeah, he does have his own little, like him making customs for people is something he does on the side. He does make money off of. But yeah, so like I was saying, these are two characters I never thought would get a figure, or get figures. Um, so this is the first character. Um, hmm, interesting. And this is the second character. It's in bubble wrap and paper towel. Okay. Like I said, so he kept me up to date on the progress and the process of these figures, and let me know, how much longer he had. And like I said, and the light just darkened a little bit. I hate when that happens. Um, but yeah, so just keep me updated on how the progress was going. So, um, wow, okay. So this is the first character. Looks really, really good. So we have, wow, we have Starrk. Oh wow, like I said, I've seen pictures, but to finally have him in person is like a dream come true. Starrk is a character from Bleach. If you guys are not familiar with Bleach, I can't help you. I'm kidding. Bleach was and still is a fairly popular Shonen Jump manga. It's been around for I think almost 10 plus years now. Um, I was introduced to it. I was introduced to the anime when I was young, and I've been a fan ever since. It was one of the first animes I ever watched. I stuck with it for a long time. I even really liked the filler they had. It was a good show. Um, and two characters who really stuck out to me, even years later after I hadn't seen the anime in a long time, were Starrk and his Fashon, Lilinette, who I will also show in a minute. But yeah, here is an up close of Starrk. I will show these guys on my little display, but I did want to give them a proper unboxing. But yeah, Stark's head and hair are sculpted, or were hand sculpted. So that's really cool. Um, yeah, so a lot of this is like official parts, and some of this is like clay parts. Um, but the figure that was used to as a base body for Stark was ironically McCree from the Overwatch franchise, who was a character who ironically kind of favored Stark. Um, And at times I did think like, you know what, that character could make a nice base for Stark, and apparently he did. And ironically, because Hasbro had an Overwatch line a couple years ago, they made a 2-pack of McCree and another character in all like white colors. So ironically, that ended up working out as far as making a custom for Stark. But and next we have Lilinette in this bag. She was probably more challenging because of how small this figure is, and she was the more expensive because this custom or the base body used for her was a figure arts figure. So you can see she comes with different faces, and she comes with a multitude of little tiny hands. Um, and these faces are awesome. I really like these faces. So if you can't tell already, I did spend I did kind of spend a lot. I would say I spent like 200 something, paying for how much the figures would actually cost, and then paying for um, the price for how long it took to make these figures. And that was my first experience, having figures commissioned. So yeah, a bit of a learning experience. That's why I've, made my own custom figures because it's cheaper. Um, Here is her sword, which is accurate to the anime and the manga, and this is really nice. She always had a really kind of ridiculous looking sword, but it's an anime. You're not really going to question it. um, and I believe this is Stark's sword. Hmm, that's really cool. Um, so, and Stark has a few. I think he has 2 alternate hands. Let's see. And she comes with a display stand. But yeah, that's cute. Yes. So the base body of this figure was used to make Lilinette was Chibi Moon, which I knew had a couple figures, but I forgot. um, Yeah, that's another topic. I'm not the biggest Sailor Moon fan. I didn't grow up with Sailor Moon, unfortunately. So that is an anime I definitely want to get into at some point. Here are Stark's alternate hands. Um, I'll show these real quick. Here are his alternate hands. Um, one is really cool. He has number 1 because he was the first Espada that was recruited by Aizen. And this is just a regular uh, hand. So yeah, real quick, Stark and Liliynette, they were hollows, and then they evolved into Espada. It's kind of hard to explain. I guess hollows are kind of like demons. They're like souls that haven't fully moved on, I guess. You're better off just going to the Bleach fandom and reading. But yeah, they were recruited by one of the main antagonists of the series to be a part of his army. Um, Technically, they were just kind of being used, but they didn't know that yet. And Stark apparently, the lower the rank you're given, the stronger you are. So since Stark is number 1, he was like one of the strongest um, members of the main villain's team or group. And he really didn't want to fight. He didn't. He was kind of lazy. He was very laid back. He didn't want to fight. He wasn't really a bad guy, and that's, I guess, one of the things that really appealed to me about him. Um, and I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say I didn't like their fates. I didn't care for how their story, Stark and Liliynette's story, concluded. There's a possibility that they might come back because there was no. Um, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want to. In case anybody wants to check out Bleach or haven't seen it yet, I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah, wow. wish I could have a side-by-side comparison. Um, wow. Here is Lilinette. Look at her. She's adorable. That is amazing. And like I said, I paid essentially $200, so I think I got my money's worth. Um, she looks amazing. She has a little. So you see, they have little holes. He had a hole in his chest. She has a little hole like under her, like her upper stomach, abdomen. Um, so see how tiny she is. So what's their relationship? Well, let's see. Starrk. So Starrk, in his original form, before he had this humanoid form, he was by himself, and his power was so great that even someone being near him would kill them. So, in order for him not to be lonely anymore, he split his soul in half, and the other half ended up being Lilinette. So that's what they were. So technically, they're like siblings. It's anime. It's weird, but yeah, they kind of have a brother sister relationship. Um, but yeah, let's see. So the sword is not removable. Hmm. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Oh, yep. Sheath is removable. Oh, it's just the hilt. Okay. Okay, cool. And no. All right. Like I said, I don't want to break anything, so. You know. Yeah, but like I said, these are customs, and like I said, like I said, how much it cost me to get them made. Of course, I won't be fiddling with them too much, but yeah, let's start with his sword. So, alrighty, So I want to show them on my little display. So yeah, let's do that. And here's all they come with. Um, so yeah, I think they turned out beautifully. These are my second group of customs I bought. My first one I bought was from Nestle Studios. That cost me around 150. That was for my precious slug queen, Tsunade. She's one of my favorite Naruto characters, and I thought it'd be cool to have a figure of her. Um, so yeah, but I think they turned out really well. Unfortunately, Lilinette's sword doesn't really fit into her hand all that well, and Mogan did mention that to me. So that's a bit of a bummer, but I can live with it. Um, like I said, they turned out really well. I feel like I got what I paid for. Um, like I said, I like that Lilinette comes with all these different faces and hands. She comes with a surprise face, a looking to the side face, a yelling face, and then the face she has right now, which is just a smiley face. And she comes with all these cute little hands. Of course, some of these hands she did not use in the anime. These are specifically for Chibi Moon, but I don't care. The more the merrier. Um, Real quick, I will show a size comparison. So here is Starrk next to my Toy Biz um, variant Crown of Lies Loki. Um, so so Starrk is he's a decent size. Um, yeah. Uh, So yeah, that's it for this review. Like I said, I will try to put Mogan's YouTube channel link in the description of this video.